Hello and welcome to Movie Rob. Yes, we're back once again with another episode. This time we're gonna go all action with legendary Clint Eastwood. We're gonna travel from the early 70s to the late 80s with the Dirty Harry franchise. Now, there were 5 of these films produced between 1971 and 1988, and we're gonna have a look at them all individually as usual. So buckle up and hold on, because here comes Harry Callahan. Dirty Harry. Enjoy.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Dirty Harry is a gritty crime thriller set in San Francisco starring Clint Eastwood as Inspector Harry Callahan, a tough and unconventional police detective. Callahan is assigned to stop a sadistic serial killer known as Scorpio, who terrorizes the city with sniper attacks and kidnappings. Frustrated by legal loopholes and bureaucratic restrictions, Harry pursues the killer with relentless determination, leading to a tense final confrontation. The film explores themes of justice, morality, and the limits of law enforcement. The role of Harry Callahan was initially offered to several actors, including Frank Sinatra, John Wayne, Steve McQueen, and Burt Lancaster. Sinatra came closest to taking the role but withdrew after a hand injury made it difficult for him to handle a gun on screen. The Scorpio killer was loosely inspired by the real Zodiac killer, who terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s. Like Scorpio, the Zodiac taunted authorities with letters and cryptic messages. The movie was shot extensively on location in San Francisco, giving a realistic urban atmosphere. Iconic locations include the Bank of America building rooftop. The famous "Do I Feel Lucky" scene was improvised. Eastwood has said that parts of Harry's legendary speech were developed during filming rather than being followed exactly from the script. The line became one of the most quoted in movie history. When released, the film drew criticism from some reviewers and civil rights groups for its portrayal of police violence and vigilantism. Others praised it as a hard-hitting and realistic crime drama. The debate helped make the film even more famous. Dirty Harry was a commercial success and cemented Clint Eastwood's image as a tough anti-hero. It also strengthened his long-running creative partnership with director Don Siegel, who had previously worked with him on Coogan's Bluff and 2 Mules for Sister Sarah.
Send Inspector Callahan in.
Mr. Mayor, Inspector Callahan.
All right, let's have it.
Have what?
Your report. What have you been doing?
Oh, well, for the past 3/4 of an hour, I've been sitting on my ass in your outer office, waiting on you.
Damn it all, Harry, that's the mayor you're talking to.
Clint Eastwood. Detective Harry Callahan. You don't assign him
Stop!
to murder cases. You just turn him loose.
Now, what the hell is he doing up there?
Dirty Harry was released on December 23rd, 1971. Made on a budget of $4 million, it made a US box office total of $36 million.
Eastwood is back in full force as Dirty Harry in Magnum Force.
Magnum Force is the second film in the Dirty Harry series and once again stars Clint Eastwood as San Francisco police inspector Harry Callahan. When a series of criminals and mob figures are murdered by unknown vigilantes, Harry investigates and discovers that the killers may be fellow police officers who believe that the legal system is too soft on crime. Although Harry is known for bending the rules, he finds himself opposing these rogue cops, believing that justice must still operate within the law. The film builds towards a tense showdown between Harry and the self-appointed executioners. Some critics accuse the original Dirty Harry of endorsing vigilantism. Screenwriter John Milius deliberately wrote Magnum Force to show that Harry Callahan is not a vigilante and opposes police officers who take the law into their own hands. The screenplay was written by John Milius and Michael Cimino, years before Cimino directed the film The Deer Hunter. Eastwood was offered the chance to direct the film himself but declined. The job went to Ted Post, who had previously directed Eastwood in Hang 'em High. Some accounts suggest that Eastwood and second unit director Buddy Van Horn ended up directing parts of the film themselves because of creative differences during production. The film gave audiences the memorable quote, "A man's gotta know his limitations." The line became one of the most famous in the entire Dirty Harry series. Released on Christmas Day in 1973, Magnum Force surpassed the original Dirty Harry and became one of the highest-grossing films of 1973. Many Dirty Harry fans consider Magnum Force the strongest sequel in the series because it places Harry in the unusual position of defending the rule of law against extremists who believe they are carrying out justice.
Whenever there's trouble, they always call in Harry, because they know he'll do the job. It's all in a day's work for Inspector Harry Callahan.
Magnum Force was released on December 25, 1973. Made on a budget of $5 million, it made a U.S. domestic box office of $44.6 million.
San Francisco. Sprawling, picturesque, dynamic. 8th largest cosmopolitan city in the United States.
The Enforcer is the third film in the Dirty Harry series. After his reckless tactics get him transferred out of homicide, Harry is assigned a new partner, Rookie Inspector Kate Moore, played by Tyne Daly. Together, they investigate a violent terrorist group who are threatening San Francisco with bombings and kidnapping. Despite his initial skepticism about working with a female partner, Harry gradually comes to respect Kate as they pursue the terrorists to a dramatic showdown at Alcatraz. The screenplay was partly inspired by the 1974 kidnapping of newspaper heiress Patty Hearst. One of the film's biggest changes was pairing Dirty Harry with Inspector Kate Moore. At the time, this was a bold move for the series and allowed the film to explore changing attitudes towards women in law enforcement. Eastwood originally intended to direct the film, but was busy completing the work on the western The Outlaw Josie Wales. Instead, the directing job went to James Fargo, who had previously worked as Eastwood's assistant director. This was Fargo's first major feature as director. During production, the movie's working title was simply Dirty Harry 3. Eastwood felt that the film needed its own identity, and the title The Enforcer was chosen during filming. The previous Dirty Harry films featured music by Lalo Schifrin. This installment instead used a score by Jerry Fielding. The climatic battle takes place at the abandoned prison of Alcatraz Island. The location gave the film one of the most memorable endings in the series, complete with Harry using a rocket launcher.
First there was Dirty Harry, then Magnum Force, and now Eastwood is back as the Enforcer, the dirtiest Harry of them all.
The Enforcer was released on December 22, 1976. Made on a budget of $9 million, it made a U.S. domestic box office of $46.2 million.
Dirty Harry is at it again in Sudden Impact.
What you doing, you pig-head sucker?
You boys put those guns down.
Say what?
We're not just gonna let you walk out of here.
Who's we, sucker?
Smith, Wesson, and me. Go ahead. Make my day.
Sudden Impact is the fourth film in the Dirty Harry series, and the only one directed by Clint Eastwood himself. Harry Callahan is sent to a small coastal town to investigate a series of murders linked to a woman named Jennifer Spencer. As Harry digs deeper, he discovers a tragic story of brutal crime committed years earlier that has left Jennifer seeking revenge against those responsible. Torn between his duty as a police officer and his sympathy for the victim, Harry faces one of the most morally complex cases of his career. The film gave the world Harry Callahan's legendary line, "Go ahead, make my day." The quote became a pop culture phenomenon and was later quoted by US President Ronald Reagan in a speech. It is often considered the most famous line from the entire Dirty Harry series. The original story was written as a separate film for Sandra Locke and was not intended to be a Dirty Harry movie. The script was later rewritten and adapted into the series. Many scenes were shot on location in San Francisco and Santa Cruz, California. The climatic amusement park sequence was filmed at the famous Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, which gave the finale a unique atmosphere compared to previous Dirty Harry films. The opening coffee shop robbery scene where Harry delivers the "Make My Day" line reportedly took several hours to film. According to movie trivia sources, nearby residents called emergency services, thinking it was a real gunfight that was taking place. Many critics and fans regard Sudden Impact as the darkest and most serious Dirty Harry film because it focuses on themes of trauma, revenge, and justice. Modern fans often rank it among the best sequels in the series.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, Sudden Impact.
Sudden Impact was released on December 9th, 1983. Made on a budget of $22 million, it made a US box office total result of $67.6 million.
Come on, you guys, hurry up!
You forgot your fortune cookie.
What?
So you think you know what Dirty Harry's up to? Well, take another look.
The Dead Pool is the fifth and final film in the Dirty Harry series. Clint Eastwood returns as Inspector Harry Callahan, who finds himself caught up in a bizarre murder case involving a celebrity dead pool game in which participants bet on which famous people will die next. When members of the pool begin turning up dead, Harry investigates a trail that leads through the worlds of television, movies, and rock music. As the body count rises, Callahan becomes one of the names on the list and must stop the killer before he becomes the next victim. The Dead Pool marked Clint Eastwood's last appearance as Harry Callahan. Although there were occasional rumors of another sequel over the years, Eastwood has reportedly indicated that the series ended with this film. One of the film's most interesting curiosities is an early performance by future comedy superstar Jim Carrey. The film also features an early Hollywood role for Liam Neeson, who plays horror film director Peter Swan. At the time, Neeson was still relatively unknown and more than a decade away from international fame. One of the movie's most memorable sequences involves a radio-controlled car carrying a bomb. The unusual chase scene helped distinguish the film from earlier Dirty Harry entries and reflected the lighter, more action-oriented style of the 1980s thrillers. Compared with the darker, more serious Sudden Impact, Eastwood deliberately steered The Dead Pool towards a more humorous and contemporary tone. The film includes more satire of celebrity culture and the entertainment industry than any previous Dirty Harry movie. The movie features several real-life personalities. It is added to the film's commentary on celebrity obsession and media culture. At approximately 91 minutes, The Dead Pool is the shortest film in the entire Dirty Harry series, moving at a much faster pace than its predecessors. The film was directed by Buddy Van Horn, a longtime Eastwood collaborator and stunt coordinator who had worked on many of Eastwood's films since the 1960s. While often regarded as the lightest entry in the series, The Dead Pool remains popular with fans for its mix of mystery, action, and dark humor, as well as its fascinating cast of future stars. It also serves as a fitting farewell to Harry Callahan, one of cinema's most iconic police detectives.
Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry. He's just learned a new game. The Dead Pool.
The Deadpool was released on July 13th, 1988. Made on a budget of $30 million, it made a US box office total of $39 million.
Good man always knows his limitations.